Right now I am joined by Jack Froese. He is a Manitoba farmer. It's good to meet you.
Likewise, it's a pleasant morning.
Yes. How long have you been farming out here in the Pembina Valley?
Well, I've put in 52 crops, so we're experienced at it. But the one thing that never changes is curves that are thrown at you.
I was just going to say, you know, being a farmer in Manitoba for 52 years, you've seen a lot out there. You've seen great crops come in, you've seen bad crops come in, you've seen insect problems, the whole 9 yards.
Oh, for sure. That's the one thing about farming. There's so many things that can come at you. It's too much rain, not enough rain, where you have drought, you have disease cycles, you have insect cycles, you have frost. You know, there's so many things. Then when you have your swath crop, you get excess wind and the swaths roll. Right? We've been through it all.
You got to roll with the punches, right? I mean, it's not for the faint of heart. I mean, you can have what appears to be a bumper crop, and the next thing you know, some huge storm rolls in and causes chaos.
Oh, that's for sure, and we've experienced that many times where you have a good crop coming along and a hailstorm comes and rolls over, and that's the end of it, and it's always another year before you can get back at it, you know. In any other business, well, you lose one deal, you go on to the next.
Yeah.
But in farming, it's another year before you get back at it.
Well, speaking of issues that you deal with, you know, what were your thoughts when you heard that there was a disruption going on with Canada's rail lines?
That was devastating. Like I say, farming 52 years, I've never seen it where both railroads would go on strike at the same time. And for our supply chain disruption, it's unbelievable, like that you could shut down a country at the most critical time of the year, harvest time, when crops need to move, markets are there. If you don't meet those markets in the right time, those markets disappear on you, especially with different parts of the world harvesting at the same time and can supply those markets that we can obviously lose in a very short period of time.
Right. I mean, it's critical to have those trains moving, not just this year, but every year.
Very much so. I mean, you have your supply chains, and those things have to function. And anytime you have a disruption in the supply chain at any particular point, you got problems, and things back up for weeks, months. And even now, let's say they get this thing settled, the disruption just from the anticipation where they have to back up their supplies and move freight forward so to meet perishables, what have you, that can be moved before the expiration time on the product, right?
Right. Overall, though, I mean, that aside, I mean, that's why I brought it up to begin with. But prior to this, how was your harvest operations coming along?
We finished our cereals. We didn't have that many cereals, but started into the canola here a couple of days ago, and so the cereals and the canola seems to be an average crop. We're on the lookout on the corn and soybeans. The corn has been lagging somewhat in maturity. We're hoping that the frost stays away for another month for sure to make sure that happens. We've had cooler nights this summer, and so that kept the crops lagging somewhat, especially in the corn and soybeans.
All right. It's been a pleasure talking to you.
Likewise.
Yeah, and keep doing the great work. All Manitoba depends on the farmers.
Will do. Thank you very much.
All right.